Hello, Luxies. Welcome back to the Luxury Live Show. As usual, I have with me my co-host, fashionably Amy, and she's in a different location. Her
I
background's
know. I'm in a different bedroom. This is my niece's bedroom because we are in Edmonton this weekend to watch my other niece's play. She's an actress and she's in the Sound of Music play at the local theater. And yeah, it's been sold out every single show for the entire month. We're watching one of the last shows on Sunday, so super excited. But
wow.
yeah, we're in Edmonton,
Wow.
which is kind of like there's nothing to do except going to the mall. In fact, for this live show, I tried to do my homework. I went to a few luxury stores. There is like 4 luxury store in that mall, and that's it. There's no other luxury stores around here. And I tried on the bags that I put on the slides, so I'll have some
Oh,
kind
so
of
you can talk about it.
personal
Okay, nice.
experience. Yeah.
Okay, great. So all right, so we took a look at some of the websites, and I think some of the bags even I have seen. But yeah, we're just going to talk about new releases. They may not be in stores yet, but if they're on the website, you will probably be either able to see it soon, or yeah, just get it from the website. Okay, come, let's take a look. Um, let
I'll just
me.
say though, just to preface this video, I honestly was not inspired very much. I don't know. I just feel like I'm not loving a lot of things. I like them, but like I'm not loving them. But I still think that the ones that I picked, if I was in the market for something fun and not too crazy in terms of value, that would be worth it in my mind. I still think they're okay. But yeah, generally speaking, I have found that a lot of things, the moment I like it, it's either too expensive or there's something bugging me. So
All right. Okay. I kind of agree. They're not like the most amazing bags, but the ones that I picked, I was like, yeah, they kind of, it's like an alternative to another bag. So they're nice. I'm not generally. I think the bag that you picked in your slide, that's the one I like. But other than that, nothing really, like you say, inspiring, right? Okay, let me just move my slides a little bit. All right, let's go. So first things first, some admin. We have our April calendar is up. So we're going to start off with Amy's first. So next week, so be on her channel. Make sure you are also a member so you can join our or her Hawaii haul part 2. We left you at the cliffhanger, and then we have GPS next week as well, the following week. So we're going to talk about special orders, and yeah, he's coming in only for an hour because of the time difference. We're going to
yeah,
start back again here at 12. Usually, I mean, we've moved because of daylight savings, but for that Saturday, it's going to be 12 o'clock Singapore, and it's going to be later in Canada because it's going to be super early in Amsterdam. Is that where he is?
yeah, he is still in Amsterdam in April, and he'll have to wake up at 6:30 or however early he has to wake up to join us at 7 a.m. his time.
Yeah.
So he'll only be able to join for about the latter half of the hour. But I told him that anytime he wants to just pop in, so he could come in earlier if he's ready. Like he doesn't need to
Yeah.
prepare or anything, right?
Okay.
So I told him just come in anytime he's ready. But
Yeah.
for sure he'll be there from his time 7 to 8. So our like Vancouver 10 to 11. But he could be there earlier.
Yeah, we got quite a bit of hauls actually. So you've got one, and I've got one, and end of April, and we're gonna talk about the lawsuit. Okay, we just because we should cover it. We have our opinions. We did not do separate videos. We thought we'll do it in a live and just have
Well,
a chit chat.
I didn't do a video on it, but I was asked a question
Q&A.
about the lawsuit.
Yeah.
So I am posting my Q&A on Monday. So I'll like talk about it for like a few minutes, but I wouldn't do a separate video for it, honestly. But we'll talk about
Yeah,
it
we
on
don't
the
have like a
members. I think that
dedicated
would be
video.
interesting. Yeah.
Okay. So that's the calendar for April. So it's pretty full. And yeah, I'm excited to have GPS join
Yes.
us. Okay, let's get into some stuff.
Yeah, okay. So I picked the new Damilicious pochette accessoire. First of all, we kind of showed how many episodes ago? Was it like 4 episodes ago? 4 members episodes ago, we showed the new collection on Kat's channel,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a lot of
Mm-hmm.
cute things from the catalog. But this time, I actually tried this bag in person. I didn't take pictures because it was kind of awkward. My family was there, like my in-laws were there. It's like just kind of weird if like I took pictures and vlogged and everything. So I only tried it on, and I was chatting with the essay and I picked this bag only because I feel like for the price difference, it is different enough from the original. Well, this is not even the original, right? What you see on the right is kind of their new brochet accessoire, which comes with the 2 different straps. The chain strap is a lot thicker than the delicate ones that you would find, say, on the Felici. So it's quite nice actually. It is very substantial, and also even though on the website it doesn't show the other side of the inside pockets, but there's actually another kind of like almost like a wallet pocket where it has 2 card slots and then like a longer slot where you can put money and stuff. So you could potentially not have a separate wallet and just use all the little pockets inside this bag. So I thought for the price difference of like 150, it's good to have something limited edition. I personally didn't love the color on me, but I think if you love the colorway and you like something different, it's okay. I think it's okay to buy something like this just to like travel or have something very thin to use on days that you want to be very minimal. But I see
Mm.
this being a very like user friendly and travel friendly bag. Did you pick
Right,
this one
right.
too?
I okay, I'm looking at the comment from Joe. Joe's saying that she bought it but she returned it.
Oh,
And you
okay.
said that you liked it because you um well, because of like the features, right? It's got just a little bit more. You get a limited edition. But is it how do you say, what was it, what was it about the color that you say you don't, it's not for you?
So Joe is saying the same thing. It clashed with my outfit. So I feel for me the color. So online it looks more muted, which I kind of like. I like the muted pastel. To me, it will be great with whites and kind of like beige outfits. But when I showed up and I saw the actual product and I kind of put it on and tried it on with, I was actually wearing my Chanel cardigan, the pink one,
Mm.
and just some skinny jeans, blue skinny jeans, and underneath I had a white shirt. So pretty standard casual outfit, and it was a fuchsia pink cardigan, so you would think that it should work out, right? But I feel like when I saw the product in person, it was quite vibrant. It was not muted like this. So I was kind of surprised. I was thrown off by that. I just felt like it didn't go well with. At the time, I thought that it just looked strange on me. I
Mm.
couldn't pinpoint exactly. I didn't know if it was my skin tone or just what I was wearing that day. But the fact that the fact that it didn't just like automatically mesh with my outfit, no matter what outfit I was wearing. You would think that it would go with many outfits. I think it's just the color. I feel like it really caters to a certain skin tone. Probably
Mm.
it was more
Yeah,
vibrant than on picture.
I saw the this whole Demolicious. I didn't go into the store because I mean LV, the line is, there's always a line over the weekend, so we didn't go in. But I saw it from the outside, and it's pretty. But I think I get what you mean. It's just, it's not busy. It's just a little harder to match, right? There's something about the tone of the bags, whether
In
it's this
person,
pink. Yeah.
especially, like
Hmm.
Joe is saying that too. In
Correct.
person, it's a lot stronger. Which that's what I thought too. I was like, oh, it's like online. I was like, oh, I really liked it. And then I checked out in person. I was like, oh wow, it's a lot brighter than I thought, which is kind of hard when it's bright, right? Sometimes when more muted it is, the easier it is to match. But
Mm,
in principle, the bag is still very nice though. Like I like the features inside, and if you want something different from the classic, I still think the price point is okay.
yeah, it's a nice bag. It's a nice. I mean, it's always been around. Now they have just enhanced it a little bit, and nice little bit of enhancement. Do you think it's worth the price?
Mm, honestly, if we're strictly speaking about price, probably not compared to the old version,
Yep.
but it's kind of like it's kind of like apples and oranges now these days, because this is an actual bag. It feels a lot more substantial. Like if you look at the piping itself, it's quite sturdy. Like the old pochette, which is really a pouch, you can flatten it. This one, I feel like if you flatten it, you would crease it. So it is more of
Mm,
a bag. It felt very substantial. So I mean, that's why it's kind of arguable. I feel like they are able to charge this price because they made it into a stronger structure, more bells and whistles and more features inside. So they are I'm justifying the price for them that way. But
mm,
you could argue that, well, it's still just a pouch looking bag. So uh, it's okay for this price. I think nowadays for LV under 3,000 is okay, probably just because
yeah.
it's in 2024.
Yeah.
But it's quite sturdy. Like when you go and touch it and feel it, it's quite sturdy actually.
Right. Okay, let's move on. Next
Oh
one.
my gosh. You know what? I really did like this bag from the pictures. And when Jerusha said, when she came on the live, right? When she said, don't buy it, this bag, like, the way it fits things, it's just awkward. But she still kept it because that's just how she is, right? And now she's using it. But I felt like I was influenced by her saying not to buy it. And so I never considered it to be a good purchase.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think that, now that I've seen it, I think it's okay because it just depends on your lifestyle. Obviously for her, and as she pointed out too, she's a much taller girl. She can't wear a crossbody very well. So it just depends on the person. I already like small bags to begin with, and I think the petiteness of this bag, also the fact that it is a bum bag, kind of gives me that more kind of 2-in-1 type of functionality. I like that you could kind of wear it as a little evening bag and also wear it as a bum bag crossbody. So I changed my mind from being influenced from her. I feel also because the price is still very good. Yeah.
I think I need to see this bag in real life, because
Yeah,
when I look at it, I've got, my head's always uh connecting things. I'm a
Mm.
connector. So I always look at them like, this kind of looks like a dot dot dot. So I shall not say it. But
Oh, I remember you said it was toilet tank.
yeah, it's like the toilets. What do
I
they call it?
remember you saying that. See,
Sirte.
I mean, I remember, but I honestly don't think about it, and I don't think of it
No.
that way, so it doesn't affect me. I really think that it's a attractive bag as long as you're able to make it attractive for you. So
Correct. I
I
can see
honestly
how
really
useful
was.
this bag is. Meaning it's
It
like,
is.
you can put a little, like a key in the front and all that, but it is quite small, isn't it?
It is small. I'm not gonna
Mm.
lie. But I think and like I said, I originally liked it just from looking at pictures, but then Jerusha said something, and then I started not liking it. But now that I
Mm.
revisited it, I'm like, I actually do like it. Like I actually like it. Like we have all these like speedy nanos and like
Yeah.
all these nano bags, and they're all cute and everything, but I think this one is so different from all the other ones.
Mm.
So it
Yeah.
offers, I feel like it offers another option, which is why I don't think we should sleep on this one, especially if you like it. At least go try it out to see if it's really that small for you, right?
True. True.
Yeah.
If money was no object,
Yeah.
it would make the perfect doggy treat bag.
Yeah, for sure. Or you could just use
Right? Like I could put
your
my treats in the front and the back pocket, and then in the front I could put, like, some, doggy poop bags, and they're like, ooh, be all bougie.
Very bougie doggy bag. Oh my gosh, no. I wouldn't use it that way though. I mean, you wouldn't be able to fit too many treats in this structured bag. Plus, like the
I know.
front pocket is probably really hard to reach. It's
Hmm.
only for small things, right? Maybe for the poopy bag. Yeah.
Yeah, one
Maybe for the
piece.
poopy bag. Yeah.
Okay, nice. I think it's a bag that's worth going to the store and see.
Yeah.
Uh,
At least just try it,
yeah,
right?
let's just try. It's nice. It's nice. And the more I look at it, it's the kind of bag that the more I look at it, the more I can say, yeah, I see the vision. It's actually quite nice. Can you actually add a strap, like for
I
your
mean, if
waist,
you
like a?
if I mean, I didn't try it that way, but I'm sure you can figure it out. I think that's what I liked about the idea of the mini bum bag, this version, because don't I don't very like the regular size that you used to have. That one I tried as well a long time
Too
ago, but
big.
yeah, it just looks super awkward on me. So I could never really pull off that kind of size of bum bag. So I feel like this is really the only option. If I were to get a very bougie bum bag, I would go with this. And I think
Hmm.
this price is still okay. I know it went up already, but if you're gonna buy it or consider if you've been thinking about it, but then you heard, opinions, the opinions do influence you. It influences me too, right? But until you try it, you really don't know.
True.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I said I was gonna go and try this one, so I was so tempted. I guess I didn't buy it in the end, but only because I was really practicing very strong self-control, and also shopping with family is kind of awkward. Like you and go and buy luxury stuff. But I did look at the Nano Alma. They had a white version. It's so cute. So I wouldn't say that this is like a very functional bag or anything like that. But I think it's such a good, like if you're just after a cute Alma, I think it's such a good one. And not for very long that prices will be under 3,000, I think. I feel like it will be to a point where it will be over 3,000 very soon, and everything will be really unattainable at that point. And you just wouldn't want to spend that kind of money, right? So I still feel like this is a good option. It's the AP leather one has leather on the outside, it has the suede on the inside. So I really feel like it's such a luxurious, it is a tiny little bag, but it's such a luxurious little treat to yourself. So yeah, not super functional, but it's so cute. It's so pretty.
Yeah. I love the Nano Elma.
Yeah.
I almost bought it while I was shopping at the airport because they had this fantastic green. It was so cute. But like you, I held back. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't need it. But I agree, whatever you said. It's a little nice little bag. It's got the classic look and it's cute for any occasion. You could wear it for dinners as well. Take away the strap, going out for a little bit, and it's still in a today's prices. It's still entry, and like you can attain it. Because yeah, when this one goes up, I'm pretty sure in a couple of months or maybe soon they'll have a price increase. It's gonna be super 2,000, 3,000. Oh, forget it.
Like after two more increases, let's say they do 10% each time, right? Two
Yeah.
more, then it's over. It's too much. Because this is before tax too. I mean,
Mhm.
let's not forget that. But we don't, we don't function that way here since everything is pre-tax. But still, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, these bags, these very simple nano small mini bags, one day they will be well over the 3,000 mark, and yeah, then it'll be a bit late to save, But yeah, anyway,
Cute.
so cute.
Okay, this one's mine. And I firstly I like the Speedy 20. I think it's a beautiful size. It's a functional size. And now they have come up with this Jacquard collection. Maybe they've always had it, but I don't really remember LV doing a lot of this print. Not common, like not often. If you like it, like you don't mind material bags. This is really reminiscent of the watercolor collection many years ago, and it's such a pretty, okay, it's pretty design. The stitching or this pattern on it, it's multicolor, but in a very subtle way. So it looks more blue, but if you go close, of course you can see the orange, the yellow, all the other colors, the green. It's really pretty. Now, would I get like this kind of fabric bag? No, but if money was no object, I totally would, right? Like, it's really pretty. Like, look at it. It even has like the silver, a new kind of what do you call this?
Oh yeah, the luggage tag.
The luggage tag. That's right.
Yeah, I like it. You know what? There's something about a white bag that just really is so crispy, and it brings the whole outfit in a total different way than a black bag. Obviously, black bags are always a good idea, but white is just like, oh, that pop. It just makes you so happy. And so I feel like, yeah, I would be attracted because of the colorway. I do notice on this one though that the zipper doesn't go all the way down, which is a shame.
Yes, that's a good point. Yeah, it doesn't go to the corners, and I wonder if it's because it's this. They had to do it like that because of the material.
Yeah, probably. That's a shame, because then you'll have the same problem with the opening, like not be able to see the inside of the bag very well.
But
yeah,
the print
is gorgeous.
The print is gorgeous. Okay, so I have two. Look at this one. Oh my goodness! Look at the print. Look at the jacquard pattern here. See, it's got all kinds of colors. It's got a little red, a little yellow, a little green, light blue. So cute.
It gives me the, like, do you know how like the old televisions, when sometimes when it goes blank, it's like it's like that fuzzy, has multi-colors because all mixed in. It gives me that
then the sounds like
basically.
Turn it off.
Did anyone, I mean, probably everyone here grew up with old televisions at one point. Maybe the youngsters, like, they wouldn't know, but yeah.
There was this IG reel that was going around, right? And then they had like a mom who's probably in the 40s or 50s, and then they kind of like side by side, the young kid maybe in her 10, then the mom in the 40s, and then they put them beside each other, covered by a door. Then I think like somebody would be saying, okay, how do you pick up the phone? Then the mom would do this, and the kid will be pressing. And it's so interesting that they don't know. And then there's another one where, how do you wind down the window? I was like, yeah. And then the kid would be like, press. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, it's the same thing. Like you said, this television thing. They'll be like, what are you talking about?
I know, right? It's so funny. Or like the cassette tape, for the Walkman. Like not even CD player, the actual Walkman with the cassette player.
Oh yeah.
And then it was the CD player, which is that called a Walkman too? I can't remember. Because we had one, but it was only a gift from my aunt, and we actually took hers, right? Like she gave it to us. And then it was the MP3 player. Gosh. And then there was another one before that. It had like a disc, like a tiny little disc. I forgot what it's called now. Oh my god.
The 3-inch disc, is it?
It's something like that. It was like this size.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Oh, but anyway, sorry, sidetrack. But yeah, you're right. I don't think they'll see it. That kind of like busy black and white, sometimes multicolor. But anyway, back to this bag. This bag, when I saw it, I was like, man, I wanted to see it. I wanted to see it, right? It's already sold out. You can't even get it. So
yeah.
this would be a good one to buy. Like if you want the print, but you don't want to commit to too much fabric, this is actually quite manageable. Like, I think I could manage this compared to
Yeah.
a bag that's this size. This is still, small enough. It's got that pattern. It's still fabric, but it's still kind of safe. So I'm not surprised that it's actually sold out. Okay, let's move on to
All right.
Gucci.
Okay, so I there is like I said, there's only 4 luxury stores in that mall in Edmonton. We don't have a Chanel here. There's no Hermes here, unfortunately. So I went to Gucci and I looked around a little bit. They had this one, but with the it was actually the chain strap, not this leather strap. But I don't know how much this chain strap was. I picked this one because the price point is wow, so good. And the bag itself is the same size. So when I picked up the one with the chain strap, so exact same bag, but just the chain strap instead of the leather, I was like, oh, it has quite a bit of substance to it. Like it's not super heavy, obviously, but it was like, it has some weight. The size was quite good. It actually was bigger than the LV version. And so I thought, you know what? These days we're talking about anything below 3,000. Well, this one, even with tax, it will be below 2,000. So, or around 2,000. So I think, you know what? If I'm just going for like that casual pochette kind of style, it's just easy to carry, easy to travel with. I wouldn't even mind Gucci. It's like kind of weird to say that, even though we've been hating Gucci a lot. But I think for something simple like this, I think I'm okay with it. Price is really good.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the Gucci bags yesterday. Like I was, for some reason, because one of the bags that I do still like is the Super Mini Marmont, right?
Mm.
But because there is a new designer, I forgot who was the new name. Anyway, the new designer, it's very likely that some of these bags will be phased out, like the Marmont, right? Over time, not straight away. That's the way Gucci does things. They will phase out stuff. So I was wondering whether they would phase out that bag, and I was going onto the site and I looked at it, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's still under 2,000.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, of course, when I bought mine like years ago, it was only 1,001. It's now 1,008. It's gone up, but still, there's a one.
Mm-hmm.
There is a one in front. Okay, you can't even get a wallet in some luxury stores. So to your point about the price point still being approachable, I agree. It's, you still get a touch of the luxury, and it doesn't burn a giant hole in your wallet.
Yeah, and I also like that for this kind of style, it never goes out of style, actually. It's kind of that classic shape. And it's been coming and going, like the pochette little, like, armpit bag, right? It's kind of coming and going, but I don't think it'll ever really go out of style. If you ever carry this, even when it's kind of not as trendy anymore, nobody would be pointing at you and be like, oh, are you from, I don't know, the 90s? Like, it doesn't even matter. It's a style that's always going to be around and relevant. And so I actually quite like this version, being that it is a bit more roomy. Now, obviously, I've not used it, so I don't know how I will, like, what are the things I will like dislike or like a lot. But regardless, from the point of view of the just how simple it is and the price being very affordable today, yeah, I think it's okay.
Yeah, it's a nice bag.
I
Yeah,
actually
I
quite
mean,
like
can't go
it.
wrong with this. You can't go wrong with that shape anyway.
Yeah, and so same with this, right? Simple tote, nothing crazy. I actually quite like that they added 2 different strap options. So you always have the longer one, which you can hide underneath, like inside the bag, or you could just use the handle strap from the outside. So I love the functionality of this one, and a tote is also super classic, will never go out of style. There's 2 different sizes. They call this one the mini. It's not that
Mm.
small, actually. It's not that small. So I would say this is I don't have the measurements, but it doesn't look that small to me. So if you go
Doesn't
to the,
look that small. It looks like
yeah,
a garden party.
yeah, probably, right? Like at least 30 centimeters. And then if you look at
Mm,
the next one, which is just the size up, and it's not that much of a difference price-wise, only a couple
mm.
hundred, not even. Um, yeah, this one would probably be more similar to a Neverfull maybe a bit shorter. I'm not sure. Again, for this kind of price point and having the two different strap options and just adding functionality, I feel like, you know what, I can get along with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the extra strap. That's really clever to get the new customers.
Interesting. So now I'm looking at this one. Oh, let's take a look. Oh, interesting. It's slightly different. So you look at the straps here.
Hmm.
The smaller one, it can fold. It has an extra gold like loop,
Hmm.
so it can fall down like this way on this right side picture. But this one doesn't look like it can.
Uh, yeah, this one, I guess the
It
top
stays up
handle
like a
part
shopper.
doesn't fall down. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I didn't really notice that. I just noticed that it was a different size, but they are the same bag, just a different
Yeah.
size. Yeah.
It makes sense though, because I think this would make the bag more sturdy because it'll
Hmm.
handle more weight compared to the ones that has the loop. You won't expect to put too many things. This one, because it's bigger, you put more things. So they did probably think, okay, you need like a full handle that's
Easy
doesn't
to grab.
move. Yeah, and
Yeah.
easy to grab. Correct.
Yeah.
Good price.
It's a very good price, honestly. These days. That's why I was so uninspired. I'm so sorry, guys. Like I'm trying to find the things with enough value in terms of functionality and pricing because I don't want to pay so much if the functionality is not there, especially because these are not our main, Hermes and Chanel, even Chanel, right? Like I can't even justify it anymore. So
Mm.
yeah, I was really trying so hard to pick things that I would actually buy. And yeah, I just felt like, oh, it was so hard. It was kind of hard. But at least I found
Because things
few.
are too expensive. All right, this is nice. Actually, these are good picks.
Okay. So I know you went to try on the small size. So they had a Saint Laurent store as well, which I was like, you know what? I have to try this new bag that we've been talking about so much. So I know you tried it as well. But I tried both the larger version that you see on the left and I tried the smaller version. And I was actually I was surprised because I didn't even know going in what the price was. I just was interested in trying it out for the research of this episode. And I was surprised to come home and looked at the price. Oh, price difference was like what? $645 for such a larger size. For me, I actually preferred the larger size. When I tried it on,
Mm.
I was like, okay, first of all, it kind of gave me a cross between Chanel 22 and what's another bag that kind of has that strap like this? Uh, I mean, I can't think of any other one except the Coach bag that I used to have before that I used to death to the point where all the patent leather is peeling. And I sold it on eBay for like $50. Anyway, someone bought it. But the bag itself was like $700 when I bought it. And that was very expensive back then, right? Anyway, it kind of reminded me a lot of that one because it was a hobo with that kind of strap,
Mm.
really fun strap, and it had a zipper actually. It's more kind of like that rounded hobo, but it slouches down because the weight of your items. So it gave me that vibe slash, if it made a baby with the Chanel 22, because
Yep.
22 is kind of that mush close to the body type of bag. This one being even more clean because the leather has more structure than the 22. And it looked very cool. I think that's why I think of the 22 when I try this bag on because it looked very cool on, kind of the cool girl vibe. So I really like the larger size as opposed to the small one, even though I think the small is super cute. But for the extra 645 before tax, I would go for the medium or actually the large. They call it the large here. Yeah,
I
it's
love
so
this.
so good.
The reason, yeah, so I tried this and I am putting it on my to buy list in 2024. Just when, okay? I'm definitely getting this bag. I am still um tossing up, okay, the sizes. I like the small because the big, and actually the big looks good on me. I've tried it as well.
It's so
But
good.
it's it's too close to my 22.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I already have the giant 22. Like I would be doubling up. So, but in terms of what you said, right, it looks so cool. So cool.
I'm really impressed by the leather as well, I have to say. The leather was, it just felt very, um, you know how we feel about Hermes leathers being so premium and just so high quality. Okay, not to that degree, but it did give me very good quality leather. I felt like if I were to abuse this bag, the larger size especially, and just like throw it on and go everywhere and just like day to day, it would wear out quite well. I feel like it would. Obviously, I don't
Mm-hmm.
have the bag, so don't take my word for it. But I just felt like, oh, the leather is quite nice and it still has like that softness. You know, kind of sometimes when you touch leather and it's so stiff, you're kind of just turned off by it. It wasn't like that. It was supple, but it had substance, it had thickness. So I was really impressed by the leather as well. For the price,
Yeah,
especially under 4. Wow. So after tax, over 4 by a bit, but still, to me, that is an exceptional price for a large bag. All leather
it's
as well.
pretty. I love it. I love
Mm.
it. I'm definitely buying it. So you'll see an unboxing. I just don't know when. And
Mm.
just got to time it a little bit.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
will be after a price increase, but no choice. I do like it. I just haven't decided on the size. Like this one on the left. Oh my gosh. That is such a cool vibe.
I
Eh,
don't think you can go wrong with either. I just was putting the two side by side just to give you an idea of how much more you're paying for that much more bag.
right.
But obviously, the small is so cute too. The thing is, the small was very cute, and they had 5 colors. I don't know how many colors your store had. I was so impressed. They had 5 colors in store. They were all new. So there was black. There was this
Yeah,
brown
I
that
saw
you
black.
see. There was like a dark, very dark green. I think
Yep.
you would love that one. Okay, and there was like a light beige. I didn't like that one. There was a taupe. Oh yeah, so those were the 5 colors. So the taupe was
Mm.
quite nice. The brown was quite nice, but I think the most surprising was that very dark green. It was so
Yeah.
dark, it almost looked black from it almost looks very dark gray from afar. That one was so nice.
That's the
Surprisingly nice.
one. That's the one that I tried. I do like the brown, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, so many colors. If you go online, they even have like a maroon, this really deep
Ah,
burgundy color, and
uh-huh.
they have a white, like stark white.
Oh,
So
I haven't seen that.
yeah, it's good colors. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, this is a good bag. Um, I think it'll just get even more popular over the next year because it's still it how do you say, it's in trend now. It's got the slouchiness to it. It's got the simplicity to it. You don't want to see the YSL logo. You can hide it inside. It's yeah, it's just one of those on trend bags right now. So I won't be surprised if they make more versions of it over the next year and a half. So I like this. Yep. Okay, next one.
Mhm. Yeah, so this one I also like, similar to my reasoning earlier, for a larger-ish size kind of bag and for that coolness. It's how this lady, this model is modeling the how slouchy and kind of like just nonchalant. You can also cinch it in with this string, which is a little bit unsophisticated, but I guess that's the way they designed it. I do wonder if you can maybe pull out the string and put on the side, outside, whether it would
Mm,
look good. I don't know. Yeah, just similar another option. I didn't actually get to try this one, but I just thought from the website, another option to consider would be more east-west design versus the north-south. Similar pricing as well, a little bit more than the one from before, but still a good option.
This is nice. Like if you're looking for an alternative to the big bag, they became quite viral. That huge bag that you even tried that looks bigger than you, like covers
Yeah,
your
I
whole
know.
body. What is that?
That one is called, oh gosh,
The giant, like it's like a giant manta
yeah.
ray of a bag
I
with the
think
YSL
everyone
as
knows
big
it.
as my head. Oh,
Yeah. Here, I'll look it up.
Some shopper
It's gonna
bag.
bug me
I
right
care.
now.
Thanks, Jen.
Oh,
I
there
care.
you
I
go.
care. Thank
Yes.
you. That one is like,
That
well,
one's
as I was
just
saying,
too
that
much.
one is very, very trendy, very just boom, I'm here, I have arrived. But if you want that big bag, but you don't want that big, this is a good alternative.
But funnily, they still continue to make the eye care, and now they have more colors. I'm just like, who is still buying this bag? It came and then it went out so fast, in my opinion. Nobody talks about it or shows it anymore. I'm sure the people who still owns it will use it, but I don't think on social media anybody is unboxing it anymore.
It's so massive.
It's too
In
big.
real
Yeah.
life, I've only seen one person carry that bag.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah.
Such a
And
brave
it was
person.
it was at a gym, and she was coming up the stairs, and I saw it. I was like, wow, I care in the wild. It's
You can put a child in that bag.
huge. It's huge. Oh my gosh. But anyway, it's yeah, it's just so massive. Not
But in a way, it is good. Like that size is great for someone who is like 6 feet tall, or
true.
5'11", 5'10". I think it's because we're both quite well. You're even
Short.
taller than me. I'm only 5'4", if even, right? So when I tried it on, I was just like, okay, this makes no sense for me. Even if I was wearing a big coat, it would just look like I'm a giant ball of a blob of something, right? But I think for someone a lot taller, it would make a lot of sense. Or if they're going for that very high fashion vibe,
Yeah.
which how many of us actually lead a high fashion life in real life, right?
True. Okay, next one's mine. And I went into Loewe. I like Loewe. I think Loewe, when they have their collections out, it's all over, right? The do's collections with all the animes, or recently, what was it recently? The Spirited Away stuff. Anyway, those are nice. But if you do go to their website and you just check out their things, they have some nice bags that pop up once in a while. This reminds me of the Picotan.
Mm.
When I looked at it, I was like, oh, Loewe's version of the Picotan with more bells and whistles, so you can adjust the strap, you can add a strap, and they have so many cute colors. Look at it. It also has this raw kind of leather lining inside. It's so cute. It's so cute. Pretty good price point also. That was in pounds, so
Oh,
under
yeah.
3,000. And so we don't have to talk about Loewe's leather. It's really good. It's like the Hermes of Spain, right? Okay, look at the colors. So many. Emerald green, sunflower, oak, black, dark burgundy, vivid. It's not a heavy bag. So they call the material mellow calf.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's that. Must be their version of like smooth calf, or it does. If anybody knows what mellow calf material is, please comment in the chat section. 300 grams, pretty okay, for the whole bag.
Yeah, that's very
It's
light, actually.
Mm-hmm. Very light and used in a decent size. I thought this was super cute. So I hope I haven't seen it. Okay, I haven't seen it in store. We went into I think we passed by Loewe, but I don't remember seeing this. Now let me show you something that I think it's really nice, but well, you know what? I think it's really nice. And for the price and what it is, it's expensive. However,
Oh.
it's very interesting. So it is called a mini diamond round basket bag in calf skin. This entire bag, at first when I looked at it, I was like, oh, more rattan bags. It's not. It's fully leather. It's expensive. Let's not look at the price. Look at it. It's wrapped entirely. The whole bag is leather.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
It's super intricate. You can actually remove that pouch as well, but that pouch kind of keeps the stuff inside, and it's leather. It has a strap. It's bound entirely. It just looks like a piece of art. It's so nice.
Yeah.
I really like it. Like wow. So what? It'll be about 6,000. I think it'll be about $6,000. $6,000 for something that's so complex, right? It's probably hard to make, not like a piece of cloth. I think it's pretty good. If you're looking for something super unique, it comes in two colors. This beautiful brown color, and it also comes in black. Yeah, the whole material is calf skin. What?
Well, I'm actually surprised that it's still just about a pound.
Mm-hmm.
It's 0.45 kilos.
Look at it. Okay, this one, I was like, all right, it's still kind of like traditional looking, very interesting, very nice. Just look at how it's been stitched. Wait till you see the white one. They have another version, okay?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. This is beautiful. This is so beautiful.
I think it's just because it's white, honestly. It's not the shape or anything, although the shape is fine. I feel like because it's white color, then you're like
True.
automatically drawn to it. It's like, oh,
Yeah, it's so beautiful, but it is so gorgeous. Look at it. I mean,
yeah,
yes, white definitely makes it even more spectacular. But the fact that they had to stitch it, that it's like a bottega, one by one, pull the leather, pull it up. I think the price is, compared to just a regular leather bag, I think they priced it pretty okay for this. Oh,
it's
so
nice.
beautiful.
It's nice. Definitely has a vibe to it. More, is it even called bohemian? More like,
Yeah, more bohemian. I'd say bohemian,
I'd
more.
say that too. Definitely will cater to that kind of crowd. The crowd that likes that unique piece of art in a bag.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
because even though it does have that cinch-in pouch and everything, which makes it a bit more functional, it's still not a very functional bag because it is quite structured too, right? It has kind of that shape that I'm not sure how well it will stand on its own on a table, for example, something like that, right? Or if you're gonna eat, are you gonna put it on your lap or put it on a different
Yeah.
chair?
It's
Things
gonna
like
be like a
that.
piece, like a basket, like a piece, right? So yeah, but it's so pretty.
It's nice though, yeah. It's very nice.
Oh, so I'm looking at a comment and it said Eileen is saying, I heard Loewe bags are handmade still and in Spain only. Apparently YSL Celine are part machine. I do think this has to be fully handmade. Maybe except for the pouch. There's no way. I don't know what kind of machine will be able to do the stitching. So for that price, and then there will be every bag's gonna be slightly different because it's fully handmade. I can see it. Like look at this one. See how they stitch this part, pulling it down instead. Yeah, so if you're looking for a very unique piece that's still, and if you buy a piece like that in Chanel, it'll cost you an arm and leg plus your house. This one, reasonable, pricey, but still in the luxury world, it's still reasonable for fully handmade bag. So very nice. Okay, I think I've got one more bag. I think the last one's me. Okay, let's not talk about the price. But Dior has come up with backpacks. So they have two versions now. One in full leather and one in the, what is this called? The is it also called jacquard material?
They have a name. It used to be called the oblique.
The oblique
canvas.
print. I think so.
Yeah.
Oblique canvas. I like the whole artistic, like different bells and whistles that they put on the cake. There's a handle, you've got the straps. So let me go to the next picture. So you've got a handle, right? Then you've got straps, then you've got this really pretty chain, and you got longer straps. So they put everything in this bag that makes, if you like to hold it top handle, you like to carry it backpack, you like to carry it sling on the side, you don't want to tie, you can cinch. So they put thought into making this bucket style backpack. But I just wish they did not price it so crazy. Oh my goodness, let's come back to the price. So the leather version is 6,500. The oblique version is 6,000. I think just maybe a couple of hundred less, 6,003. Quite expensive, but it is Dior. Dior tends to be a bit more pricey, but they don't make backpacks very often. So if you're a big Dior fan and you always wanted a backpack from Dior, there you go. Backpack Dior.
So when I see this, right, first of all, I did try to look in Dior too. So when I did my research, I looked at Dior, I looked at Fendi. Obviously, I didn't pick from those brands. I couldn't pick anything. But when I look at this, I see where you're coming from. My automatic thought process was, oh my gosh, this is gonna annoy the heck out of me. First of all, a backpack. When I wear a backpack, I'm looking for functionality because I have tried, right? It's not like I haven't given a chance to backpack for luxury. So I've tried the Gabrielle backpack. There was the LV one that we both had at one point, the Palm Springs.
That was a good backpack.
It's cute, but it never actually worked as a backpack.
Correct.
That's my point. It never works. The idea is very nice. The idea of wearing it as a backpack is nice, but it's not how you're going to end up wearing it.
Correct.
Because every time you want to grab something, you have one side and then turn it around, then open it, and then make sure you close it before you put it back on. Then you still have to worry about nobody trying to steal from you from your bag. So in reality, it never works out. So although they are offering it as a backpack, option, yes, you can carry it on the handle too. But it's just not. You will go in with the idea of, okay, I want to buy this because it's a backpack, but then you will leave and realize afterwards that it will never work as a backpack. And the only backpacks you'll always end up using are nylon or, the Lululemons or like the actual brand from the sports brand, because those are actual backpacks that are functional that, people are not going to try to steal from you. Likely this, it's, the idea is great, but in actuality, it never works.
Never. Yeah, never. Because look at it. It is meant to be a handbag with the backpack idea. So it's got it. You could wear it, but very likely you would never. It's like our Palm Springs mini backpack. The only time that I actually strapped on both straps and carried it as a backpack was once or twice. And I remember one time was in Disneyland. When I was in America, I was like, I want to carry like a backpack. But because it's so tiny and it's swinging a backpack, it did not feel comfortable. It works so much better as a sling bag, which I think this bag, if you look at these two pictures, this is probably the way you will wear it. You will
Yeah.
wear it holding as a top handle, then you access the bag, or you sling it at the shoulder like a handbag.
Yeah, so I probably wouldn't recommend it unless you're really, really attracted to the style. Because I would give everything a chance, and I did. And no.
Did you try this? Did you try this?
No, not this one, but
Oh.
I've tried backpack style luxury bags, especially like the Gabrielle. I actually bought it, and you guys know there's no refund here, and I regretted it immediately after I brought it home, and I tried to
Mm.
sell it the next day. It was that bad. I didn't even make a video or anything about it. I was just like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? Oh, the Gabrielle is even worse because it had a very hard base, and so every
How
time
does
you
that look
swing it
like?
back, to like, it's like hitting you basically. So yeah, no good. Any
Yeah.
backpacks from luxury brands, my personal experience is that the likelihood of it working the way you think and intended it to be, it won't be that way. It will still
Unless
work
you buy
some
the
way.
guy's version, unless you buy the real backpack from the guy's version, like the Saint, what's it called? Like the Christopher, is I think the big Christopher bags. Those are backpacks. But if handbag backpacks, it's the style. It's the style. It's the chill, cool girl vibe.
Yeah, it's more for, it's very editorial basically.
Correct.
And also
And that's
it's
Dior,
too busy
right?
in my head. I look at it and I'm like, too much, like trying too hard. Trying too hard to be a bag.
No, it's a bag that's trying too hard to be a backpack. But it's cute. I think I like the fact that they put this chain. I like this chain. This CD, this new CD design reminds me of the my favorite pattern from Hermes, Chandon.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's the last one. And we're into our comments. Okay, so we hope you enjoyed that. I think there are a lot of new bags. It's just that maybe they're not doing any kind of collections right now. So most of the bags are just hidden within their and current collection. So they'll pop up one here, one there. The only one that does collections at the moment is LV and obviously Chanel, all, but at least they'll come up with like capsule collections, they're malicious. But the rest I actually haven't seen, right? None from Loewe. Dior didn't make any, announcement of any bags, designs. Yeah, none. So it's quiet.
Is it quiet? Oh, there was also a Balenciaga. I tried really hard to choose something from Balenciaga. And I went in and I asked for the Rodeo bag because that's the one that I really wanted to see in person. And obviously, I already knew my chances are slim because I'm in Edmonton of all places, okay? It's like I haven't even seen that many people wear luxury. There was nobody else except me wearing a Chanel bag. I saw one person wear Gucci sneakers. I saw one person wear an LV bag. That's it. I don't remember seeing any other
I'm curious,
luxury.
where is Edmonton?
Where? Oh, it's like in the middle of nowhere. No, just kidding. Uh, so Edmonton is already kind of like, it's not a very big city, but it's kind of like it's okay big because the main like, if you ask why do people live here, it's the oil industry. So and Calgary too, but I feel like Calgary is a bigger city because at least Calgary has a Chanel and an Hermes, even though I heard the Hermes store in Calgary is much smaller.
Right.
But yeah, like even driving outside. Oh, it snowed yesterday, by the way. Yeah, and there was like 20 23. It says 23 millimeter of snow in the app, but when we woke up, we could see a lot more. Actually, it was very pretty, but obviously the driving condition, you have to be more careful. But yeah, even when you drive here, there's so much land. Like literally, you think that, oh, Canada is big, so there should be a lot of land. But no, if you go to Vancouver, wow, everything is so tight and there's buildings going up because Vancouver is just like literally they were always building and stuff like that. So they call Vancouver the mini Hong Kong. But like you come to Edmonton, literally everything is so far apart. You would drive and you see big land of grass, well, which is covered in snow right now, or just like big roads with 4 or 5 lanes. And it's just like you have to drive everywhere because everything is super far. So very big difference, even though we're still in Canada, right? Different cities. So it gives you an idea of, I guess, how like there's nothing, like to me, there's nothing to do except, go hang out with your family. And well, for us, we're going to see a play at the Citadel. So, things like that. Yeah. Where's Edmonton?
It is in the middle of nowhere.
Let me just find it for you. Oh, do you see it? I can find it.
Yeah, I'm on the map. I was like, oh, it's in the middle of Alberta.
Yeah. It's in Alberta,
Wow.
and it's more north than Calgary. And
it's at the north of
Saskatchewan.
What?
Saskatchewan?
Saskatchewan? Yep.
Yeah, but that's a different province, actually. So Edmonton and Calgary are in Alberta, and then Saskatchewan is a different province. Then there's Manitoba. So Saskatchewan and Manitoba are even smaller. The population there is even less, but a lot of they do a lot of, I guess, agriculture there. So yeah, the biggest provinces in Canada are, let's show a map because people are just listening, they don't know what we're talking about. Canada map. But
it's the geography.
Let's see if I can find a good one. Can I find a good one? Oh, we'll just do Google Maps, I guess. And
Google Maps is good.
Oh, we have a visitor. Do you want to come over?
Hi.
Oh, my niece wants to say hi. This is Annabelle. Here.
Hi.
So,
hi.
Annabelle, what answer did you say when we asked you today? Are you a good girl?
I don't know.
She said, I don't know.
You don't know if you're a good girl?
I don't know because you know that you're not always a good girl, right?
Oh.
It's okay. So we'll say bye.
Bye.
And then I'll finish up and then I'll come see you later, or I'll see you in the morning because you're going to bed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then have a good
I'm
night.
I'm going to bed soon.
Okay. Well, have a good night.
Okay.
And brush your teeth before that.
Okay, I will.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice. She's so sweet. She's so sweet.
She's not the one in the play. She's a cousin of the one in the play. So we all came she's my husband's brother's daughter. One of the daughters. So anyway, she's kind of naughty. But she's very sweet though. So let me just go back to the map. Yeah, I think we could just use Google Maps probably. Just so everyone knows what we're talking about. Not super important, but it'll be fun. So you see, this whole thing is Canada. This whole thing. Can I minimize this? Oh, there. Oh, anyway, this whole thing. Okay, this whole thing here is Canada, including all the lands here, including all of that, which is why Canada is so big. Like we have a ton of land, but obviously all of this is not really habited, right? It's too cold. All of this. So Vancouver is like right here. It's like all the way south of this whole province. We are in British Columbia. And so right now I'm here. I'm in Alberta, and I'm like right here. And so
Yeah, it's in the
it's in the
in the
middle.
middle of a giant plot of land.
Yeah. Well, it looks like that on the map, obviously. And then there's Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and then this is Ontario. So in Ontario, there's Toronto, which is here. It's one of the biggest cities in Canada. And then I used to live in here, Quebec, right? So Montreal is right here. So yeah, and this is Newfoundland. And then these are also provinces of Canada. They're smaller provinces. So there's Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, and also New Brunswick. So all of this is part of Canada. All of this. All of this. So Alaska is bought by the US from the Russians. So this is part of USA. And then so if you look at USA, it's so much smaller than Canada because it is. Because see how much more land we have?
Yeah, but you can't use any of it.
I know, but that's the whole point is we still are a bigger country in terms of like the space. But
Find Singapore.
but right now I'm right here. That's a little bit of yeah, these are like super cold. Yukon and Northwest Territory. In fact, this is renamed. I didn't learn it that way. None of it. I don't know.
None of it. None of it. None of it is useful. None of it.
Oh my god.
None of it. None of it can be used.
It's probably the first how do you call them, like the Indians, First Nations language, because I have no idea what it means. But anyway, that's Canada for you. And then you guys are all the way here. You guys are all the way.
We are like
wait, where are you?
Yeah.
Can I pass it? Oh,
There.
sorry, you're
Okay,
all
go
the way
down,
here.
go down. Stop. To the left. To the left.
Oh,
There you go.
Right here.
Look at that. Look
See
at the
how
size
small
of.
you are compared. Like you're only a dot here, right?
No, that's KL. At least you can see KL as a dot. You can't even
Okay.
see Singapore as a dot.
Singapore
have
is
to
like
zoom
literally
in.
a dot, right?
You have to zoom in.
Oh my
there
gosh,
you
you're
go.
like right here. You're here. But you have to
Even
zoom in
the
so many
dot,
times.
even the dot is
Oh
bigger
my
than the
God,
country.
so small. But you see how I'm zooming out 1, 2, 3, and then you go to Canada and we are like huge. So you see what I mean by like we're a big country, but we have so little population because obviously the only place that are more habited are more south. So like all the big cities are more south, you see? Because otherwise it's way too cold to live here.
Yeah, I can't. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Well, people are there. It's just that it's a tough life.
There are people there too, yeah, in the north. Just not very many.
The fact that Google could not even put a dot on Singapore until you zoom in, it's kind of funny. On the whole country, like zoom in a bit more. There you go. Here's the dot.
Oh my gosh, I know, right? So yeah, it gives you perspective of wherever we go, we have to drive. And that's why when I say that, oh, you don't really see people wear luxury here, is because, well, people don't really care. And then who are you going to impress anyway? And then we don't even have the economies of scale to support the stores coming here and opening more stores. So there's only one store, and then you either buy or you don't buy, and there's usually sold out. So that's why it's so different in terms of the culture too. Yeah.
Well, but I mean, the fact that they
yeah, the fact that they even have a store is good.
They could not even bother with that as well, right? So the fact that they do have some stores there means there are people buying. It's just maybe not so many, right?
Yeah, there's a market for sure because there's still dentists and lawyers and people that make a lot of money, people in tech, people in oil, actually people in the
oil,
industry.
yes.
Yeah. So people make money, but it's not that they don't spend, but it's a different mentality. It's not less about collecting, more about just treating yourself type of mentality.
They probably buy like yachts and supercars, things like that. Not a
I
bag.
don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, here in Edmonton, I don't really know, because in Edmonton there's not even a Chanel store or a MS store, like I said, right? You could go to Calgary, but it's still going to, like, you saw the map, right? It's still pretty far. It's like you know what? I'm gonna look it up because I don't want to make it up, but I feel like it's a 10-hour drive from Edmonton
It's
to
about a
Calgary.
day. Possible. Looks like it. At least more. I think more. Based on that distance. Because from Singapore to the top of Malaysia is already 8 hours, and it's like half the size. I think more.
No.
I'm gonna
Actually,
say
no. I know Edmonton to Vancouver is about 10 hours. Calgary to Edmonton is only 3 hours.
isn't that near? Looks so much
Yep,
further.
I'm gonna show you. Well, on the map it looks far, I guess, because we zoomed out a lot, but it's actually on Google Maps it says 3 hours by car, 300 kilometers.
Oh, 300 kilometers. Okay, yeah. Then yes.
Yeah, but Edmonton to Vancouver, which is usually sometimes my father-in-law will drive all the way there, then it's 10 hours. Oh yeah, 12 hours, 13 hours.
Okay, that looks far.
So Vancouver, that's why we fly here. From here to here, then yeah, you have to drive quite a bit longer. Or if you drive to Calgary, I think Calgary is 10 hours. Because one time my friend visited me and she drove here. She drove to, okay, so she did tell me it was about 10 hours. She drove 10 hours to come visit me.
Wow.
I know. Look at the
10
roads.
hours.
They're like going
No,
crazy.
but 10 hours. Okay, that's 10 hours without breaks. So 10 hours straight,
Yes.
no traffic kind of
Yes.
situation. So in
Correct.
actual fact, it's probably 12 to
Oh yeah.
15
doubt.
hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a full day.
I know.
No,
But
God.
my point was that, if you did live in Edmonton and you wanted to visit a Chanel, you could come to Calgary in 3 hours. So it's not too bad. You could go to a Chanel store in 3 hours or an MS store in 3 hours.
Priorities, people. I need to drive 3 hours to get Chanel. And here I'm like thinking, oh, should I go downtown?
Trust me, even for me, I live kind of pretty central in Vancouver, and even for me, I'm like, oh, even though Google Maps says 20 minutes, but driving there, finding parking, walking to the store is gonna be like 35-40 minutes by the time I'm like there. Do I want to make the effort today? So like, even for me, I'm like, oh, I have to plan the trip.
Okay, so
But it's definitely better
before
than 3 hours.
before I close out the slides, I wanted to ask you, so of all the bags that you chose, which one is your most, like, your favorite?
Favorite as in I like, or that I would buy?
That you would buy, like, of all.
Okay. Well, the favorite one that I would buy, if money was no object, I guess, is actually the YSL, the Saint Laurent large size hobo. I really liked it. I really, really liked it. I was really impressed by the quality. Also, speaking of customer service, guys, I saw Joe talk about customer service. They were also super nice. So I went in, my husband was there, my mother-in-law was there, and then my stepdaughter was there. Actually, my mother-in-law came in after, but it was just me, my husband, and my stepdaughter at first. And I just came in and they said hi to me right away. And I was looking at the bag, I was trying it on, and she came to tell me there was different colors. And she went to the before she went to the back to grab all the colors, she asked us if we wanted a drink. And so my husband said no. And then she looked at me and I'm like, you know what? I'm just really thirsty. Do you have water? And so she's like, oh, would you like sparkling or whatever? And I said sparkling. And then I looked at my daughter and I said, "Do you want some?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, can you get two, please?" She's like, "Yeah, no problem." She comes back with a tray, nicely, two Perriers with the nice Saint Laurent napkin, and then she grabs all the bags and such nice service. Even though I hadn't even proven myself that I would buy something, right? Just like I was just looking. But yeah, very nice service. And I at the end I thanked her for showing me. I told her I would think about it and everything. So not only was I very impressed by the customer service, I actually really liked the bag. I liked
Mm-hmm.
it enough that if I was just treating myself, I would have probably bought the large size. But I also
Nice.
really like the small. That's the whole point. Like I wouldn't know which one to buy.
Yeah, same for me. I mean, this is definitely on my buy list. But if anything else, I actually, oh, it would be that. Yeah, money no object. I think I like the no way, like little nano no way. Let me go up and show
Yeah,
you.
that's cute. Yeah,
It's super cute, super cute. This one. Oh, so
yeah,
cute,
that's so
so
cute.
cute.
Yeah.
I have been looking around like people with this bag, not this print, but the regular monogram. It's really growing on me. But do I need another small bag? The answer is no. But it's nice to look at. the The difference of this limited edition one and the regular version that you can get in store is that the handle is different. So the regular version comes with a little top handle. This top handle is in a chain form. So that's the only difference. But yeah, this would be one that I wouldn't mind getting.
Yeah.
It's
I
golden.
did see also I didn't try it on, but I did see the Damulicious in the green and blue for this one. It
Mm,
was on display, right, with every Damulicious item they had. It's so cute. I
it's so
think
cute, right?
in person though, I do agree that because they are more vibrant than online, I think that colorway is actually much better than the orange and pink. In person, it actually is better
Mm,
looking. I don't know why. There's
mm,
something about the orange and the pink one being too vibrant, not muted like it is online. That
mhm.
doesn't really, I don't know, it kind of is weird in person. So the fact that they did the colorway, the blue one with this one is quite nice.
Yeah, it's interesting lah. I mean, but a lot of these bags you have to see them in store first. S-
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
nice one. Okay, let me go out and
Joe has some comments about the pochette because she had it, right? It actually carries more than the Constance 18. You know, I'm not surprised because you open, right? It's quite a large opening. And so it just depends on how you organize your items. Whereas
mm,
with the Constance, you have two compartments and it has to be exactly fitting within the 18 centimeter that you have.
mhm.
And then, if it was more thicker, then if you couldn't fit between the two compartment, right? I could see that happening for sure. That there's something about the pochette that I do really like. I think if I really had money was no object, I would just buy it, even though the color is a bit weird. But yeah, that one's quite nice.
Okay, Annie's asking this question. Were you ladies carrying a H bag at these stores? I was with my friends at LV in Portland and no one came to us to help. Completely ignored us. Really?
What? I've been to Portland before, but only once. Not to luxury shop because again I was with my mom, my husband. We just did a road trip with I think my daughter was there. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember who else came. Pretty sure it was just the four of us. Really? Wow.
Hmm.
So I typically, I would the the way I dress is by brand. So yesterday, like I said, I had my Chanel cardigan, I had my Chanel sneakers, and I had my Chanel 22 mini. So you could say I was decked out in Chanel, but I was pretty casual. because like
Mm.
jeans and sneakers. So I look pretty casual, but you could tell I put in effort. So I felt like everyone did say hi to me automatically and was very enthusiastic and polite and nice and everything. And I don't know if it's just like an Edmonton thing or if it's just because they saw a customer
You're
come
decked
in, they're
out.
really excited to help me. But I will say they did not say, like they weren't as readily like trying to approach, say, my mother-in-law, like not
Mm.
as readily, right? Not that they were ignoring her, but like, they definitely like they saw me and they're like started talking to me. But obviously I went in and I started looking at bags too. So it's kind of like,
Mm.
who do you talk to, right? To the person who's interested or to the person who's just like looking around. But I will admit I have had times where people did ignore me too. So it really just depends, I suppose. So far in
Mm.
Edmonton, I've gotten really good services. Everybody is very friendly, even though I didn't buy anything. So it really just depends. But that
Yeah.
sucks though. It really, why? Like, why would you not take the effort to at least say hi to your customers? That's just weird.
Never been to Portland. Oh, have I?
I don't think you have. It's the tax-free state.
I don't think so. Or maybe I have.
You have?
Many years ago. Portland or Oregon, right?
Yeah, it's
I think
it's
I
about
have.
6-hour drive for us. So for you, okay, let's look at Google Maps again because I don't want to make it up. Just Google Map it. I remember it was about 6-hour drive from Vancouver, but let's just do Seattle to Portland.
Yeah, I think I've been there because my brother was either working there or something.
Oh, it's only 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah,
For
I think I
for
have.
you. So it's quite close, actually.
Yeah, I think I have. But yeah, but probably was long time, 15 years maybe ago. It's changed. I think generally they do look at people. So if I was the the essay there, if I see a customer walk in decked out in a particular brand, I'll be like, let's go and talk to her.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because, I like back in Vancouver, I don't always put on a full face because right now I'm traveling. I'm actually traveling, right? So
Mm.
I put in the effort every morning and I plan my outfit, as you can tell. I plan my
Mm.
outfit for the few days that I'm here. So I put the effort to look decent. Whereas in Vancouver, sometimes I just rush out the door because I'm just at home. And so yeah, in Vancouver I get ignored a lot more, a lot more than when I'm traveling. So it does make a difference. But then that's the thing. You're asking whether we carry our H bags, right? So sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. But I felt like, yeah, it just depends. It really just
Mm.
depends. I will say in Vancouver, they probably are a bit more transactional. So unless you know an essay, they most likely will ignore you or just maybe they'll say hi if I can help you, but if you ask for something very specific, which they will not have, because I
Mm.
always ask about the bags that they don't have or whatever, then yeah, they'll automatically have like a different attitude. So yeah,
It's a bit hard.
it's hard. Yeah, it shouldn't be this way, but
Okay, so Viv is asking, with the Chanel price increase, will you still be buying anything from Chanel or will only buy pre-love from now? Actually, I haven't seen the app for a bit, so let's just take a look. Did they have a price increase in Singapore?
Oh, they did, I'm sure, because they
Did.
have one here, they have one in Europe, they have one in Australia and in the USA. So I'm sure it's global.
Okay, let's take a look. The best bag to check is the classic flap.
I already
Okay.
checked it because I was showing it to my husband. I was pointing out to him, educating him how ridiculous it is. Oh my gosh. So if I
Small
remember
classic.
correctly, I showed to my husband for the small classic flap before tax was already 14K.
Oh my god.
Plus tax would be 16K, probably.
No, the classic flap. Okay, so the classic flap, the small classic flap is 15,000 Singapore dollars.
Okay, no, I was saying Canada. So Canada before tax was 14K, so plus tax would be around 16K.
More expensive in Canada? Aren't we 1-to-1?
No, because we have to add the tax after, right? So okay, I'll look again because I don't want to make it up. But I saw the post on Instagram, and they had like a whole chart of all the price, and it showed flat bag. It showed
1-to-1.
that. Huh?
That's crazy.
Hold on.
That's a lot.
Okay, not the large. We want the small. Okay, why is it so hard to find it? I don't like the site now, but okay, hold on.
The app's better.
I know, but my phone is attached as my video,
Right.
so my camera.
Insanely expensive now.
I'm almost there. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Classic flap. Can you just show me the classic flaps? Can you just show me that? The site is frozen.
Wow, doubled, man. The prices crazy. Well, while Amy's looking for that, let me answer it. So, with the price increase, will I still buy anything from Chanel? I think the answer is yes, I would still buy things from Chanel, but it will be very, very specific, and I would choose wisely. Like, probably no longer buying the classic flaps, honestly. 15,000, I would go for seasonal bags that I can see value in. That's where I would buy. And yeah, I would still, I mean, I'm not gonna say never boycott, that's just it won't change, right? So I would not buy classic flaps. I think that's just, it's gone so, wow, 15,000. I don't think I'll go there already. But there are other bags, maybe, right? Whenever they launch something new, it could still be an entry price point, maybe a very high entry price point. But if it's worth the value, and I can see some function in it, there's something that I like, then maybe. But at this moment, the current collection, nothing strikes my fancy. The only bag that is missing in my collection, right, that I wish I didn't sell, that I wish I could get back, is the square mini.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's a lot now. Okay, it's a lot. $7,000. Let me say that again. 7,230 Singapore dollars, lambskin. If they make this in caviar and exactly this, I might bite the bullet.
How about pre-loved? Would you go for it?
It's not much cheaper, honestly, pre-loved.
I know it's not, but you can find it in caviar.
True. But yeah, that would be, I mean, yeah, but I'm not dying for it, right? So
Yeah, I know.
If there is one thing that I would still consider from the store, I think that would be the one in caviar. But other than that, yeah, the classic bags are just ridiculously expensive now.
Yeah. So I think I remembered 14 for maybe a different size. So it is 13,425. So after tax, it will be 15,000. And yeah, I agree. I wouldn't buy a classic flap anymore because with that money, I could use it towards a quota bag. It's ridiculous that I'm just getting like, yeah, they're both the classics of the brands, but it just makes no sense at this price range, right? But like an example of a seasonal bag that I totally would buy if I could even get my hands on is like the Kelly Chanel bag. I think that's a
Mm,
bag, and it's a very different style from what they've had for a
correct.
while. Um, I think if I didn't have a Chanel 22 small mini, I would buy those because they, even though the price did increase on those, it's still digestible. Because trust me, the 22 is the bag that I brought with me, and the 22 is really just such a functional bag. Is it a bit super casual, and sometimes you look at it and you're like wondering, why did I pay $7,000 for this? Yes, you will feel that way because it's $7,000 is still a lot of money. But if you're really looking from the point of view of you just enjoying the bag and just really just don't think about anything else, then you will really enjoy it. It will give you that value. So I will
Mm,
pick and choose. I most likely will not buy any more costume jewelry. I will
mm,
most likely also not buy any more small leather goods. I don't really need small leather goods anyway. Whatever I'm using, I'm always using. So I feel like the only times I would splurge on Chanel, and if it's by choosing and picking, is definitely their shoes. I still like a lot of their shoes. In fact, I actually bought a pair. I bought a pair recently, and then my essay is holding another pair for me. It's just that I couldn't go because I was here. And then I would buy the occasional ready to wear. I really do still think that their ready to wear is super cute. Like last season, they had a lot of really cute pieces that
mm,
also still are, the price are high, obviously, but it's still digestible. If you really like it and you get a lot of wear out of it, it's still okay. But their bags, yeah, the classics had, even I was surprised to see the 19 go up by a lot, by that much.
ooh,
19, yeah, 19 is very expensive now. I was just
yeah.
like, oh my god, I would not buy the 19 at this price. Yeah, the classic flap is the craziest. The
How much is the 19? Let me
the
see.
trendy CC also is crazy now.
Wow, the 19 is close to 10,990 9,900.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot.
Is a
So
lot.
yeah, those are the bags where I'm just gonna be like, if I didn't have one, I would think so hard whether I would really, really want to just don't even like just buy it with your eyes closed, kind of, and just enjoy it if that's what you want. But yeah, probably not gonna do too many of those purchases.
How much is the 22? Let's take a look. Did that go up?
It did go up, but not by that much, actually. It's okay. Like the
Oh
mini
yeah,
only
okay.
went up by $250, something like that. It's not too bad.
Oh my goodness.
$250, that's nothing for Chanel, right? For the mini didn't go up by that much. Although they do have the different trims now. So there's the one with the like the white, the red, and then there's like the white, sorry, the black stripes. So that
I
that
kind of like
version,
it. The black and white.
yeah. So that version is a little
Cute.
bit more because it's more special, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
the more special trims, it's like kind of like you're paying for the limited edition. So they are a little bit
Mm,
more. But if you look at the base model, they did go up in price, but only by a couple hundred, 200-300, not too much.
wow. So expensive.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, So to the answer, the answer is still a yes, but very picky, very specific. There will be some things that definitely no buys anymore. Just I would not buy it. I mean, there was once I think maybe a few lives ago, maybe last year, I was like, yeah, I probably still get it. You know, if a gray comes out in a classic flat. The answer is no. Now, not at $15,000.
Yeah.
I just cannot. You know, okay, so maybe I'm gonna give a scenario. Maybe they come out with the most perfect green. Okay, it's perfect.
You agree?
Yeah, okay, because I've always wanted a green, like a green classic flat, but the most perfect one. Not any kind of like this kind of green. No, this is not perfect green. Okay, like the Rolex box green.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I will have to sit on it. And maybe by that time it will be $17,000. And then I'll say, I love you, Chanel, but I'll have to wait for somebody else to buy it and then sell it on the resale market when they don't want it anymore. Because it's too crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a color that I would be like dying to buy. Because
White?
honestly speaking, even though, yeah, but it's so close to the gray that I have. Like my gray under certain lighting, it looks pretty light. And to be honest, even the color that I have, which I consider pretty perfect, like pretty well-rounded, because it's not a very dark color, but it's also not a very light color, so you don't have to be worried when you wear it. But even then, I don't really wear it that often. It's a very occasional bag. So I wouldn't spend that kind of money on that.
I'm glad that both of us have one. And I think it's just like it's it. That's it. And we had both of us got a perfect one. So cheers to that. I can't do 15,000 for it's too much. Okay, SK is asking about what do we think of the Hermes lawsuit? Yeah. We are gonna do a live on it. So, but we decided to do it much later because everybody's talking about it. And I saw a few videos. I saw Jessie's video.
I saw
she has. I think my opinion's kind of like similar to hers. Because, you know, if you are buying Hermes, you know the game. You know the game. And yeah, so anyway, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in our live and we can have a debate.
What if we agree? Why would we debate about anything? The thing is, like,
So what, you
like I
agree
said,
on the lawsuit?
Huh?
You agree on the lawsuit, like they should be sued?
No, I don't. I said, I kind of already talked about it briefly on my Q&A. So I just don't think that, well, first of all, I think it's kind of unnecessary. Like, look, it's just a freaking bag, right? So are you like, don't you have food on the table because of that? No. So it's, why do you have to go that far? I feel like it's completely unnecessary. Now, if I'm just strictly looking at what they're claiming and like just kind of analyzing that, not giving my own opinion, right? Then I can probably give a lot of opinions about what could have happened and things like that. So the bottom line is that I would not have ever gone through that far because like that's just silly. But at the same time, you know, like there are some, how should I say it? There are some validity to how, you know, it is very unfair. The system is very unfair. Although we both know the game, we all know the game, but it is very unfair game because everyone goes through it very differently. So, but is it their fault? Maybe not, because how can they manage it otherwise, right? Yeah.
But Hermes is just one that has blown up
Well, yeah.
because you're right, among all the luxury stores that is in the mass market, like in retail. But if you see, every brand does, like so many big brands do it. All the watch brands do it. They maybe it's just that people don't buy watches as much, and watches do it. Even cars. So
Yeah.
it's not right. Nothing's right. But then, how do you differentiate between a person who is a VIP and a person who is walking in to get a bag or get something? VIP. That's why you have VIPs, because they buy all kinds of things. And do you treat them differently? So I feel like, do you sue every single brand for having VIPs?
No, I feel like that's. I feel like obviously, and
Something must
I
have
already said that
happened.
in the Q&A, so I think I can repeat that. What I said in the Q&A is that obviously the fact that you went that far to sue a company means that you have a level of righteousness that you can't even see beyond that. Like you just want to be right, and you can't be bothered to be told no or whatever. It's for goddamn hate type of thing. So already that is bad. Like already that is just like so unnecessary. Like come on, it's not even a necessity. You could just choose not to buy it or to spend that money. So first of all, it's their own fault for doing that. But at the same time, I can also argue that the system is completely flawed. It is really unfair, because why do some people have to spend, I don't know, 3-1 to get a bag or 4-1 to get a bag, and some people can spend 1-1 to get a bag? Like that, that system is very flawed, and I will have to say, like it's really unfair. And I think that you just have to go into this thing not expecting an outcome, because otherwise you will want to sue every company that you come across that will treat you that way. But that is the flaw of the system, right? The flaw of the game. So we are willingly doing that. We willingly go through that struggle of not knowing whether you will be one of those lucky ones to walk in and buy a few things and get an offer, or you end up waiting years and spend however much ratio wise, only to, be told that we only support customers that we only give offers to customers who consistently, what's the word again? Consistently support our services consistently, right? So it's just like, okay, I think there are better wording that essay or whoever told her that, but at the same time, maybe these two customers are bitches to begin with. Like the fact that you have but the fact that you have to go that far to sue is, it really, like, you have a lot of righteousness. Like there's a lot of ego involved. So I feel like there is maybe a bit of both are at fault. So it's, nothing's gonna happen in my opinion, but like, it's just, I can argue on both sides basically, and it will not make a difference. It won't make a difference.
It won't make a difference. I'm gonna read some comments here. So Joe's saying, I was reading H's financial statement last evening and they have a war chest. Go away. Get out of my face. Seriously. And it's really tough. I agree. It's really tough for them to prove the link selling, because you have to prove it at a company level, where if they really want to find a scapegoat, they'll just say, oh, it's the SA's fault for commission or whatever, but it's nothing to do with us.
But even if it's link selling, right, I'm sure they can also justify it because maybe that client is, very far away or whatever. They could have their reasons for doing it. Like I said, at the end of the day, I feel like if those two individuals were nicer people, okay, I'm not implying they're not nice, right? But I have a feeling that if they were just very polite and compliant and just, if they were told those things, to just brush it off and come back another day or ask a different essay or talk calmly to management, like, the game is not just about spending. It's a whole socialization practice as well. Like the fact that you're spending is just part of it. You have to be a nice person with your store for them to want to reward you too. Like, I mean, that's why, even if you have all the money in the world, doesn't mean that you can get the bags. You could be just a very, like, friendly and just very, you could, your love for the brand or for the whatever, the admiration for the quality or their values comes off from your being there. That will probably take you a lot further than just spending. And so I feel like there's maybe part of that that's lacking. In fact, I'm just, just based on my own assumptions, that if you are willing to go that far to sue someone, then you're probably kind of not very nice to begin with. That's how I see it. I'm not saying they are, but I'm just saying in general, if I always think about suing someone, then I'm probably always very angry and egotistic and, like not very pleasant to be with around. That's my assumption, right?
Then something must have happened to trigger something. Okay, something must have happened to trigger the case. And it has to be quite, I agree with you, there's some emotion involved in this. Because it's not a hidden secret that you have to build a profile, right? This whole, I mean, they use the word link selling, and obviously that's illegal, but in any brand, like you look at Chanel, they do it as well. You have to be a VI. You have to know somebody on the inside to find a way to buy something. And if you're looking for that Chanel Kelly bag, would they give it to you or not? It's just hard. So it's not a secret, and for the people who are suing, they probably know that they already know they need to buy some. How do you say it? Like they know, and yet they were not happy about it. Therefore, they sued. So for them to be not happy about something they already know, why did they start in the first place? So then something must have emotionally triggered them to say, "That's it. I'm not happy anymore. I'm suing," and that becomes the case. Because unless you were living under a rock and you did not know that, and you walk into the store and say, "Can I get a Birkin?" No.
But okay, honestly, how many times do I ask and get rejected on the spot? Am I gonna sue them every time I ask if they have a bag and they say no? I've asked many times, "Oh, is there any bags today?" or whatever. Like, I've been told no many times. Obviously, I'm told I guess your essay has to be skilled enough to answer in a polite way. Or just, "Oh, so sorry, no stock came in today." Or, "Oh, so sorry, this is a very popular style. Probably have to wait for a long time." Like, they'll give you a reason why they say no. But to me, that's still a rejection. That's still basically telling me that, nope, not quite there yet. Or, "No, sorry, we really have no stock." Either way, I've been told no so many times. I'm not going to go sue them every time they say no, right? But they were apparently, so for them, right, the sentence that, or the quote that they were told was that we offer bags or Birkins to clients who have been consistently supporting our business. But that's a very blanket statement, right? I guess if you were in a bad mood or just, you took it negatively, you could maybe take it in a way that, that they assume that you're not supporting their business enough, which I think that's what they were saying, that knowing they had to spend some more money to get a Birkin, which then just either do it or wait. I don't know, wait for it or ask someone else. That's how I would have done. Like, again, I feel like it's just about being right. So there's a bit of expectations from those individuals, which again, you can't, right? Not with Almez, because they are completely unfair. They are. I'm so sorry. They are unfair. But I think they try to be as fair as possible. But it's hard because different essays, dealing with different essays. And the essays will know which clients tend to spend more, which clients tends to be more kind of conservative, and they
Don't buy
just
it. It's just a bag. It's like, firstly, yeah. I mean, fine, law and unfairness and all, but can you can you just put, can you just put yourself in the shoe? Let's say it does go to court and it gets blown up, everybody's watching it, but you are these people suing a company for a handbag. It's like, that there's this there's this what, that Kardashian show, then somebody's like, Kim, there are people dying out there. there's this meme that goes out there that people are like, it's a bag, and we get it, we get it. There's a bigger, deeper issue, trust, and your human rights and all that, but if you peel it, it's come on. Oh man, it's like, I don't want to be those girls standing and like my face is plastered and like, I didn't get a bag. I didn't get the bag. God.
No, but that's what I feel like this is making the situation worse for them. Now they will, whether they win or lose this case, or whether it will even go to court at all, honestly, they will never be regular clients of Hermes anymore. They will be, in a way, blacklisted.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna want to have to do anything to do with them, right? I mean, come on, that's the reality.
It's a bag.
And because Hermes is a monopoly, like only Hermes sells Hermes bags, unless you go to reseller route, then sorry.
Oh yeah, they have to prove that as well. They have to prove that they have a monopoly or something like that.
They are.
No, but it's a bag. Like there's a billion bags out there. It's not like you can't walk away and buy another bag.
No, you can walk away and go and buy a YSL bag, yeah, but you can't get an Hermes bag. So they have the monopoly over their own products. But that's their
intellectual property. That's their IP.
Which is why it will not go anywhere, because all you need to do is just not buy their things. Then you won't be like not being offered a bag. It only applies if you are one of their clients. And again, I just feel like this could have been so much more like nothing. It wouldn't even make the news. But again, anybody who will point their fingers at someone else saying that they're wronged is just trying to, again, I'm saying they are, but anybody else in social media land or whatever, trying to point a finger at someone else and saying that they did this to them, usually are just trying to gather a lot of support, even though nobody else knows the context of exactly what happened. But these days, the whole victim mentality and how like people will support a cause without really being there, not knowing the full truth, is just horrible, because you are blindly you're kind of blindly, siding with an opinion. And also usually the victim is the one who is being supported. And so, but in this case, I don't think it's that easy, because they're going after Hermes, which is not that easy. But I think maybe in their mind, they were thinking that, oh, if we did this, then everyone will side it with us, and which I think a lot of people do, but they probably are not in the game to begin with. It's the people that don't really know and understand the whole context of what is happening. The real supporter and lovers of the Hermes brand, or they are in the game, will will probably try the opposite of this. They want to be as agreeable and patient as possible, because they want to be on the good side of Hermes to be able to get these bags year after year. So they would never do that in the first place. So yeah, I feel like they're maybe just trying something kind of out of left field and see what happens. But I feel like it'll just backfire, or nothing will happen.
let's settle, just get him out, just throw him a bag or something. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna pull this comment from Julie. Julie, I saw this, I heard about this justice case against Apple, saying like Apple has a monopoly that they need to open up everything. Like I'm like, what? Then what's the point of creating Apple? Obviously, I gotta keep protecting myself. It's I don't know. I mean, some of these cases are just like we just like our Apple products. Yeah.
No, I feel like it's
Anyway.
because it's how you know how cancel culture is such a trend in a way. Like it's so easy to cancel someone out. So it's so easy to sway the mass, the general mass to a certain way, to the way that you want by creating these dramatic incidents that you claim has happened to you. So and only because news travels so fast these days. So I feel like it's so easy for anybody to just try to say that, you know, I'm gonna sue whoever because they did this. And you know what? Hermes is a big company, so they'll be fine. But imagine if you did that to just like a simple influencer. They're just a person. Or even worse, a small influencer or a nobody, but like their reputation will be ruined because people don't care about the outcome. At the end of the day, they will form an opinion right away. They'll either on this side or this side, and you will be crucified for the rest of your life, even if you're proven otherwise or whatever. So it's really bad, which is why I said drama is really, really bad on internet land because, again, whatever people say, you never hear the other side of the story. So you yourself, just by watching a couple of videos, will not ever know the whole context because you're not there. You just simply don't know the truth, which is why I hate to comment on anything like this because I don't feel like I'm in a position to even give any comments. I can give you hypothetical opinions, but that is just me telling you, and don't come after me because you know what, like I don't even care at the end of the day. So but yeah, I feel like they're probably just pulling a left field, literally trying. They're trying.
It will be interesting to watch, but I'm okay. Let's say something happens or nothing happens. For the rest of us who are in it, right? Who just like across the world, I do wonder if it will change in sense that it's not about getting better, it's about getting worse for the rest of us because
Yeah,
it's a great business. Yeah, it's a great business for Hermes. Whether or not they win or they lose, it's a great business model to get customers coming back again and again and building this profile for a bag. Now, will it get worse? I think if they do implement something, it will. It will become even more difficult for the rest of us, which is annoying. Okay, it's just saying annoying. It's already hard for you to get those colors, but now it's gonna be like if I'm Hermes, I'll be like, oh, you wanna do this? Okay, I'll be even more secretive, and it's just. I mean, if essays are just gonna be even more careful.
Yeah, that's
okay.
it.
So if you think about it, like if you are having an essay who is fairly open to you now, who is okay to share things, but if they see this, they'll think personally, like, oh man, I don't want to get in trouble as well. So you are not going to get any more information. So the downside of them continuing to do this under the radar or whatever, your essay is going to be even more tight-lipped. I'm not going to tell you anything, and I think it's just bad for the rest of us who are actually we're in the game. So that's how I just feel like it's just going to be even harder now. Like, okay, figure it out yourself. Hi.
Yeah, it is what it is. You just
Yeah,
don't
it is
buy
what it
it.
is.
Just don't buy it. It won't affect you if you don't buy it. But
Yeah,
literally,
go to the
they did it to themselves. They decided, but plus these. Okay, again, I didn't read the actual lawsuit, but I read
I
many
also
many
didn't
articles.
bought it.
I did read many many articles, and like I also said in my Q&A, like all these articles use super strong words. Already, you can tell there's either siding with that side or this side, and it, even though they're trying to come across as neutral, it's very much, you can tell the bias. When they say that these bags cost tens of thousands of dollars. Well, yeah. the thing is, like, oh, not bags. They said they have to buy ancillary products worth tens of thousands of dollars. And when I read this, I'm just like, more like, well, not more like hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it could be hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's because that's how much some people will spend, right? When you're talking about the highest of highest elite VICs, they will spend that kind of money very easily. For some reason, I came across some furniture on the website one time. I don't know
Yes,
what I
actually,
typed.
I actually know somebody that said, "Oh, if I'm gonna get this bag, I don't mind buying the couch." I was like, my jaw dropped when I had this chat because they're obviously very, 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 very wealthy, but they're in a different kind of like, oh, if I can get that, I don't know what kind of bag that is, like something with the one with the house and all that, because to them that's where they are. They're like, oh, if I can buy that couch, like who talks like that? But they're like, I don't mind because I like it. It suits my house, my big bungalow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's also just like the very strong US culture to just sue anyone when you're not happy. Like literally, it happens too often, and it's terrifying. It's terrifying to be doing business there, or to be someone getting served any day. Like, I mean, I don't know if it really happens that often, but I used to know a lawyer friend. She's kind of a friend of a friend, so she's not really my direct friend, but she studied in Canada and then she moved to the US to become a lawyer. But her kind of lawyering is called ambulance chasing. So basically, they because I didn't understand what the term meant. It means that she will have to actually go to victims and solicit their service to them, saying like, you can claim, you can sue them, blah blah blah, for that. It's like literally the opposite. It's not the client coming to a lawyer trying to go after. It's literally lawyers going to potential clients, telling them that they can just sue them for money because of that, or that happened. And I'm just like, my jaw dropped. I'm just like, you're looking for trouble? And that is something I would never be able to do. But that's part of my personality. Like, I'm just not like that. I'm so not drama driven type of thing. But yeah, it's a thing.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm just like, wow, you need this certain personality to be able to do that. Very thick skin, first of all, and you need to constantly be looking for trouble, basically.
Wow.
I feel stressed talking about it.
Okay, we are at our 2 hour mark. That was interesting, but we will have an episode and we can dive deep into it and just trash it out. But maybe by then it'll be over, and then we'll talk about it being over.
Yeah.
But anyway, next week, if you missed earlier in today's live, go back in the beginning. We did briefly talk about calendar. So next 2 weeks going to be on Amy's channel. We have her
follow-up
Hawaii reveal. Yep. And then after that, GPS is going to join us. So at least for the first 2 weeks, this is going to be pretty exciting. So we'll see you next week. And yeah, thanks for joining us today. Bye, everyone.
Bye.